Welcome to the Ship and Shape for eCom Success webinar. Today we'll be discussing some action items on how to get your business in shape when it comes to shipping and fulfillment. We hope today's presentation will prove valuable to both ShipStation users and those joining us currently using other platforms in search of how to improve their shipping workflow. Before we get started, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Austin, and I'm a content producer here at ShipStation. I'm honored to be able to speak to you today, and I hope you enjoy. When talking with small to medium-sized businesses about their shipping process, we've identified a list of the top 5 areas they wish to improve upon. Number 1 is how can I make my shipping process more simple and straightforward? 2 is how can I save time and money when creating labels for my orders? Number 3 is I want to use the right tools and integrations for my workflow. Number 4 is how can I build my brand? And finally, how can I increase sales and my customer reach? With these great goals in mind, we've developed a workout plan to help you become as efficient as ever to hopefully bring you more success this year. Our workout plan briefly outlines what we'll be exploring today to get your shipping process in shape. The first thing to get in shape is your process, and this means simplifying your workflow and breaking bad habits, as well as making the steps less complicated to avoid error and looking for areas you can improve upon with your current setup. Second is to automate everything you can. Reduce the amount of time you're dedicating to manual work and repetitive tasks. Third is to integrate with the right carriers, selling channels, and specialized tools to make your life a lot easier. Fourth is to brand after checkout, which means promoting your business with every touch point from a tracking email to the box that arrives on the customer's doorstep. Fifth and finally is to grow by expanding into new markets and being open to new business strategies without having to worry about your shipping process getting bogged down. So when it comes to simplifying your workflow, it can be as simple as adjusting your current process. Ask yourself this: am I currently picking, packing, and creating one label at a time for every order? If so, have you considered multi-order processing? Not just creating a batch of labels, but using batches for picking, packing, and shipping, which can save you a great deal of time. To start, find a shipping software that can help you group a manageable bunch of orders into an open batch. Next, I want to talk about picking your product. Pick lists are amazingly effective as a precursor to printing out packing slips or creating your shipping labels. It can often be an overlooked step in your shipping process. By instinct, you may want to print out your shipping labels first. But what if you can't find your product or discover it's damaged or defective? Then you have to void out the shipping label and worry about the inaccurate data sent to your selling channel and or your customer. It'll save you a lot of time and headaches if you first print out a pick list for all of your open orders in your batch and then go pick all the product to have ready to pack. You can then determine from there which orders you may not be able to fulfill at that moment and discard them from your batch. Once you've picked your product, you can create your labels and packing slips for the entire batch. Ideally, the labels and packing slips would print in line, and you can group each corresponding label and packing slip for each order and lay them out in your packing area. With your packing slips and labels dispersed, now you can place the appropriate product and shipping box along with the order documents. Once you've divided up all your picked product, you can package up your orders, so placing the packing slip inside the box and the shipping label on the outside, one by one. And ideally, a team member could help you assemble the boxes ahead of you placing the product inside and closing up the box. You can probably visualize how using batches for picking, packing, processing, and creating labels can save you time and fatigue from running back and forth around the warehouse. Even if you're not doing tens or even hundreds of orders at a time, using this multi-order processing workflow could help make your process even more efficient. If you want to speed up your workflow even further, you might consider using barcode scanners and keyboard shortcuts in your process. There are some huge advantages with implementing barcode scanners in your workflow. Barcode scanners are super quick and can do some pretty advanced functions depending on what software you use. Using barcodes is ideal if you want a quick and clean shipping and inventory system for your warehouse. Plus, it's super efficient, accurate, and reduces a ton of manual clicks. Keyboard shortcuts can be really helpful in your shipping software to perform everyday tasks, such as applying a shipping service and package type, weight, insurance, and other shipping settings. Plus, in shipping software like ShipStation, you can print packing slips and pick lists, navigate the pages in the interface, pull in orders, read weights from a scale, create labels, and label batches, and more. A combination of barcode scanning and key commands could cut your current workflow time in half by saving several manual clicks per order. A special feature in ShipStation called Quick Ship allows you to click once to create a label and avoid any additional confirmation screens. So this means that either with the click of a mouse, a single barcode scan, or a keyboard command, you can get your label printed out in seconds. In an ideal setup, you'd pair all of these features with presets and automations to make your workflow as simple as logging in, picking your product, and with a single click having all of your labels and packing slips printed and ready to go. When you mention returns to a small business owner, you can get mixed reactions. Sometimes, to avoid extra work and headaches, we either don't have a return policy at all, or we make it so complicated or unclear that it almost seems impossible for the customer to even do it themselves. The truth is that a great return policy is necessary for your business to grow. An easy, clear, and convenient return policy will build loyalty for your brand. The main reason shoppers abandon their cart is usually due to a high shipping fee or a lack of a reasonable return policy. As an e-commerce business, you need to have an open return policy to put faith in your product and earn trust from a potential customer. The returns process can sometimes be tedious depending on the software or lack of software that you use to process those requests. I'm encouraging you to have a great return policy, but I'm not implying that you have to take on that much more work. The common and painful way to do returns is either through an email request with a customer or a form to fill out on your website. And then you have to go manually look up their order and figure out how to create a return label. This works for some folks, but shipping softwares like ShipStation can make it really simple to create a return label from previously shipped orders. What if I told you that you could cut that process completely out to save you all that time for something else? I'm sure you're familiar with how you can return things with a marketplace like Amazon or Walmart. The customer logs in, they find their order, they request a return, and generally they get a return label to send it off themselves. That convenience is no longer limited to the big guys. ShipStation has developed the branded returns portal to give everyone the ability to have a customer-initiated returns process. This means that you could be selling on any shopping cart and your customer could request a return and download a return label all on their own, saving you a ton of time. Along with the returns feature in ShipStation, we offer a great reporting feature that will log the product that was returned, the reason why it was returned, for example, if it was defective, and what the shipping costs were to cover that return. With these intuitive reports, you can see where certain products may need improvement or if the shipping and handling may need to change to ensure the product arrives in pristine condition the very first time. Returns may seem like a big loss and inconvenience, but long term, they're going to provide your brand a loyal customer base, an insight in how to improve your product or shipping method, and generate more business with folks who might have gone with a competitor if they had had a better return policy. Another great way to simplify your workflow is to allow yourself to work on the go. And I don't mean taking your laptop with you to the beach while on vacation to create shipping labels for your warehouse workers, but hey, that's possible too. What I'm saying is, it's 2017 and having portable tools and software is as important as it's ever been. That's why you should use software that works in the cloud. This way you could log on from any device from anywhere to get the job done. Plus, you don't have to worry about losing all of your archived shipping data if you experience a crash, or worry about compatibility if you have an operating system update. Essentially, you can work remote or switch devices at any time in a moment's notice. You might also be interested in using mobile devices around the warehouse to process and ship your orders. So, find a shipping software like ShipStation that offers a mobile app to process orders, create labels, print packing slips, scan forms, and more, all from your phone or tablet. So one of the best ways to save time is to automate any manual task possible. This could be as simple as making sure that your products import into your shipping software with the correct weight and dimensions. Or maybe they have the carrier, service, and package type preloaded based upon the shipping method that the customer chose at checkout. or applying special tasks like adding insurance to every international order over $100. In ShipStation, we call default product information product details. Essentially, these product presets act as a base level set of information for that product that could contain weight, dimensions, default shipping services, and international customs information. And we even offer the ability to add custom tags, store the manufacturing UPC, as well as inventory and warehouse location information. This is a great foundation for automation. The next level is to map your services. Not only is this a valuable automation, but it establishes another level of trust with your customer. If you market an expedited shipping method at checkout, then you need to be sure that you ship that order with a fast shipping method. Ideally, your shipping software can take this requested shipping method from the marketplace and translate that service key into a carrier, service, and package type for the order. Automation rules in ShipStation override presets and mappings where they apply. If your current shipping software offers automation similar to these, you should be able to limit the rules to only apply to orders that match that specific criteria. These rules can then be very simple or very complex, depending on what you're looking to accomplish. Automation rules generally work like this. If the order matches this criteria, then apply these actions. We've gathered the top 5 simple automations that ShipStation users use daily. The first rule is generally used as a catch-all rule to apply only if the customer didn't specify a shipping method. The basic setup is that if the order is from the US and is under 16 ounces, then apply USPS first class mail. With a similar setup, you could create a service mapping for all of your orders where the customer requested free shipping, and in your shipping software, it would map to USPS priority mail. But maybe you would add this automation so they would change to first class for all orders under 16 ounces to save you that additional money on that postage. The second is pretty straightforward. If any order's value is $100 or more, then apply additional insurance. This could be additional insurance provided by the carrier or a cheaper method like ShipSurance. You could add additional criteria if you only wanted to apply it to, say, international orders or only to orders that contain products with a tag, like a fragile tag. Third is to automatically send certain orders to FBA. The criteria you set up is up to you. Maybe you only want to send orders out to FBA that are outside of your current state. Or maybe you want FBA to fulfill a certain product every single time. 4 is to place an order on hold. You could set specific SKUs or tag any products in your catalog that are currently on pre-order and use that tag as part of your rule. If any order imports with that tag, the order would then be put on hold. You could even add another action to send an email to you as an alert, or to the customer to let them know that their product should be in by a certain ship date. Finally, you could adjust the weight of an order or set the dimensions of any order with an automation rule. Maybe you only sell a certain set of products, so you know that if you get an order with 1 to 2 products, you'll pack it in box A, and any orders with 3 to 4 products, you'll pack it in box B. Depending on those box sizes and the amount of stuffing material you'd need to put in there with the product, you could measure out those weights and use this automation rule to automatically add the additional weight to the order and set the box dimensions. So you want to get connected and integrated with all the right platforms and tools. If you're looking for the ultimate solution, you'll want to be sure it can connect to multiple channels so that you can process all of your orders in one place. Otherwise, you'll be bouncing around different platforms and maybe even using copy and paste to create your labels. You should also consider having more than one shipping carrier if you haven't already. Sticking to what you know works is great, and sometimes consistency is more valuable than anything. But when you have at least a couple carriers connected, you can do some rate shopping and compare estimated delivery times. You may even find out that one carrier has strengths for lightweight and domestic packages, and maybe the other one might be better for heavier or international orders. If you're getting big and your space is expanding with in-house product, it's probably time to consider inventory or warehouse management if you haven't yet explored those options. Sometimes high-scale, super robust multi-channel inventory solutions can cost a pretty penny, but sometimes it's super necessary if you see yourself becoming overwhelmed with keeping track of inventory manually. Some shipping solutions like ShipStation even offer an in-app inventory management system. In our software, you can keep track of stock levels, set reorder thresholds and allocation strategies, as well as prevent shipping out of stock items. This setup is ideal for a simple yet effective inventory system. But if you're dabbling into listing management and sending stock counts to multiple channels, or work with kits and bundles, then be sure to check out and see if your shipping software can integrate with solutions like Channel Advisor, Stitch Labs, Sellbrite, and others. So earlier we talked about creating an automation rule in ShipStation to send orders to be fulfilled by Amazon. Outsourcing your fulfillment might be something to consider if you find yourself spending more time shipping a lot of the same product over and over, and finding less time to dedicate to growing your business, or having to hire multiple hands just to stay caught up with the demand. And this is a great situation to be in. It means you have orders coming in and packages going out the door. What outsourcing can do for you is free up your in-house space and help you stay on top of your everyday operations rather than getting stuck in the weeds of high-volume fulfillment. Whether you're sending your product to a fulfillment company like FBA or Shipwire, or having a dropshipper ship your product directly from the manufacturer, ShipStation can help you automate and manage both of these processes. Other integration tools you might consider is apps for accounting like QuickBooks and Webgility, as well as marketing and email tools like MailChimp, which will help you build a more robust data collection system and keep you on top of your operations. In a previous webinar, we talked about how you can make your customers' unboxing experience amazing. What we'll briefly discuss is what you can and should be doing with your shipping software as soon as possible. Some simple tips to improve your customer's initial reaction of their product is their shipping label and packing slip. The package that arrives on their doorstep is the first physical touch point with your brand, so it's important to make a great first impression. A nice and easy fix is to put your logo on your shipping label and packing slips. Tracking emails on average have an open rate of over 100%. This isn't surprising because I know when I'm anticipating a package, I probably check my tracking number almost daily until it arrives. It's important to make this email look nice and provide the basic tracking number and order info. Additional things you might consider adding are the return policy, special offers, and maybe suggest products, and include links to your website and social media pages. You might even want to pretty it up with your logo, custom colors, and professional-looking templates. Some shopping carts and shipping solutions allow you to have your very own tracking page. With ShipStation's branded tracking page, you can make it your own with your logo, colors, return policy, and links. Your customer will think it looks like $1,000,000, and you're just about guaranteed to increase engagement and increase social media follows. So if you're looking to grow your business, you should definitely expand your reach beyond just a shopping cart or just a marketplace. Going multi-channel will expand your customer base and increase sales. You might also consider trying a subscription commerce model. It's been proven to have a consistent revenue stream, a lower risk on inventory, save you money on per order marketing costs, and save you and the customer's cash in the long run. Maybe you've never considered offering subscription options for your products, but if you sell something that will inevitably need to be replenished, you might look into creating a subscription or subscription box supplement to your current business. It could turn into a big cash cow, so it's definitely worth exploring. Both multi-channel and subscription boxes are easy to manage alongside ShipStation. If you really want to expand your customer reach, think global and consider selling internationally. For those that have not yet taken that first step, it may seem daunting and painstaking. The bottom line is, if you have the right product, just do it, because it's not as complicated as you might think, and usually the pros outweigh the cons. The key is to start small. You'll want to identify the products you have that would be good contenders to ship internationally. These are usually small and lightweight products that don't end up costing that much more to ship. You also want to identify what countries would be a good starting block. If you're selling in the US, for example, maybe a good place to start is Canada. From there, you can test the market to see where else your product might thrive. Knock out your messaging once you've figured out your basic plan. Incorporate your hypothetical costs and delivery times so that you can be clear and concise with your international clients where you can ship to, how long it might take, and what it might cost. You can even use rate calculators like the one found in ShipStation to get estimates if you're planning to do free shipping or flat charges for international orders. Lastly, you'll want to ship smart. ShipStation recently rolled out a new international address verification system built into our software. So now we can verify addresses globally across multiple countries. And this used to be limited to just the US. So this will help you avoid fraud orders and identify when to reach out to your international customer if there's something missing from the address in order to get it to their door. To avoid a bunch of extra labor over international orders, have all the customs declarations saved for all of your products you intend to sell internationally. If you have any concerns on how to start selling internationally with your selling channel, refer to their documentation or support teams to get started. Another option you might try out is just opening up your product to be sold international on Amazon markets and potentially have them fulfill those orders themselves through FBA. That could be a great first way to dip your toes in the international waters. I want to thank everyone for joining us for the webinar today on how to get your shipping process in shape. We covered a lot of ground, and there's a lot of features that may be new or unavailable to you with your current setup. One great thing is that everything we discussed today can be mastered with ShipStation. Our mission is to make you exceptionally efficient at shipping orders wherever you sell and however you ship. ShipStation makes processing orders simple, and we offer an industry-exclusive mobile app. You can save time with our automations, presets, and mappings. We're connected to over 120 partners to address your business needs. In our app, you can brand your labels, packing slips, emails, branded tracking page, and your new returns portal. If you're looking to sell international or on multiple channels, you can do it all within the ShipStation interface. So if you haven't already, try us free for 30 days at ShipStation.com.